Do you ever feel like your mind works a little differently than other people's? Like maybe you're not thinking slower, but deeper, in ways no one around you seems to notice? Stay with me for the next few minutes because we're about to uncover 10 subtle patterns of thought that neuroscientists link to higher intelligence, and the final one is the quiet habit that almost every genius in history has relied on. Let's begin. 1. You talk to yourself out loud. I know it feels a little strange to admit, but research from the University of Wisconsin-Madison shows that when you say your thoughts out loud, you're helping your brain work through complex problems. It sharpens focus and helps lock information into memory. Nikola Tesla was known to talk through his inventions in the lab, so if you mutter your way through decisions, you're in good company. 2. You get stuck in loops of overthinking. You replay conversations from days ago, second-guess small choices, and imagine every possible outcome before making a move. This isn't just anxiety pretending to be thought. This is your brain's way of running a self-check. Psychologists call it metacognition, thinking about your own thinking. And the more you do it, the more you build a map of how your mind works. 3. You feel restless when things get too routine. If you've ever felt uneasy doing the same task over and over, it's not impatience. It's a sign your brain's reward system is wired for new things. People with higher IQs often have a faster dopamine cycle, meaning simple tasks just don't give enough satisfaction. Your brain is looking for new puzzles, new angles, new challenges. 4. You deal with quiet self-doubt. It sounds like the opposite of what you'd expect, doesn't it? But there's a well-known idea called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Those who know the least often feel the most confident, while those who truly understand a subject become more aware of what they don't know. Doubt isn't a lack of intelligence, it's a sign of it. So if you often question yourself, you're actually showing a deeper level of awareness. 5. You feel most awake when the world is asleep. A study from the London School of Economics found a link between higher intelligence scores and a preference for staying up late. Why? Because when outside noise fades, your mind is finally free to wander. Creative ideas often come not in the middle of a busy day, but in the quiet hours when your thoughts drift without interruption. 6. You notice sounds others seem to ignore. The hum of a fridge, the tick of a clock, someone chewing across the room. If these sounds bother you, it's not because you're too sensitive, it's because your senses are picking up more than average. Your brain takes in more information from the environment, which helps you spot patterns faster, but can also leave you feeling drained. 7. You have a tricky relationship with procrastination. Researchers at the University of Calgary found that many people with high IQs practice what's called active procrastination. Your brain naturally avoids low-value tasks, waiting until something really matters before giving it full attention. That's why your best work often happens under pressure, in the final hours before a deadline. 8. You remember random details with strange clarity. You might forget where you put your keys, but you can recall the exact line from a movie you saw years ago. That's your working memory working at a high level, focusing on meaning and context over everyday logistics. Your brain isn't messy, it's choosing what matters to it. 9. You feel emotions more deeply than others around you. This one catches people off guard because we often think of intelligence as cold logic, but the same brain systems that allow deep thinking also allow deep feeling. Your ability to empathize, to sense the moved in a room, to be moved by art or music. It's not a weakness, it's a sign of a refined mind. A mind that thinks deeply is also a heart that feels deeply. And 10, here's the quiet habit that connects the most brilliant minds across history. You never stop learning. Not for grades, not for praise, but because your curiosity won't let you. You read, you ask questions, you look for better answers even when you already know enough to get by. So if you've been sitting here watching this, trying to understand yourself on a deeper level, let that sink in. That act alone puts you among the most thoughtful minds. The real takeaway, intelligence isn't about how fast you solve problems, what degrees you have, or how well you fit in. It's about the depth of your awareness, your drive to understand, and your ability to hold complexity without needing easy answers. So next time someone says you're too quiet, too lost in your head, too sensitive, or too unsure, smile, because those aren't flaws. Those are signs of a mind that's working on a higher level. If this connected with you, hit like and join the Winds of Thought community, where curiosity meets clarity.